Hello, this is Jcamera here, and today I'm going to be unboxing another DC Collectibles action figure from Batman Arkham Asylum. This is Poison Ivy from the video game. Here's the box with the Batman cowl, the night sky, like in the game. And then we have the back. So she's usually a part of Series 2's line, but the one I've got shows her with the Series 1 villains and the Series 2 Batman. I don't know how many people have this version of the box, but I can say that I'm one of them. So here's the description. It's a madhouse, and the lunatics are running the asylum. After arriving on Arkham Island, Batman is greeted by Warden Sharp and security personnel. Although the Joker is securely strapped to a handcart for transfer to the deepest bowels of Arkham, he escapes nonetheless. This is going to be the worst night of Batman's life. With the Joker free, inciting unrest among the inmates, Batman faces a riot from a cadre of Gotham City's most wanted killers and psychopaths who are screaming for vengeance and out for blood. Batman's blood. His mission? Stop the Joker and his accomplices at all cost. Welcome to the asylum. Arkham Asylum. And now I'm gonna open this and we'll get a closer look. Okay, so I've just opened the clamshell. Just throw that out. So here's the inside. Not really much to look at. Now here's the figure. So we gotta get rid of these twisty ties. Now I do have to be careful with opening these because the last couple of times I opened action figures, I actually kind of ruined them and had to fix them back together. Like, Scarecrow was one of them. And I believe Cortex from Crash Bandicoot was the other. Okay, so here's the first tie undone. Okay, so here's Ivy without any of the twisty ties. And there we go, without any damage for once. And the base you can just pop out like that. Okay, so here's Poison Ivy unboxed. She has an accessory of a base, and out of all the characters with a base, she easily stands on it the best, pretty much perfectly. Even putting her on is no problem. I don't know why of all characters Ivy. Maybe it's because she's so horrible standing up, because yeah, she's the one character that really needs it. Not just because she has no other accessories, but because out of the characters, she's probably the worst standing up, I've noticed, without the base. And she's got no other accessories. Joker had Scarface, Scarecrow had this fear toxin bag, and Batman had a batarang. She's got nothing. I mean, it makes sense. She doesn't really have anything in the game. The pods, I don't think would really translate well. So, yeah, fair enough that she doesn't really have any accessories. Design-wise, she's pretty good. I really like the detail. The only complaint would be the blue outline. I don't remember if that was in the game. I really don't think blue is a color that should be associated with Poison Ivy. I would have chosen maybe orange or a brighter shade of red for contrast. I mean, it still looks great, and I like the hair flowing in the background like it does in the game. In the game over screens. The eyes are really good with, the kind of purple mascara and the green eyes. And the toenails, like wow, the toenails and the fingernails. Like all the little vines and leaves and such. It's accurate to the game and it looks great. It is a little out of whack in terms of scale. Like, here's Batman next to her, and like Batman is like just barely taller than Poison Ivy, when in the games, like, Batman should be a fair amount taller. Not like a lot taller, but more than this. Same goes with the Joker. In fact, more so. Like, Joker, imagine being a bit taller, but he's like shorter. It could be the hair, but still. The big thing I don't like about this figure, though, is the articulation. First off, there's no ball joint. What's worse is that Joker had a ball joint. I don't know why they couldn't do it for Poison Ivy. Maybe it's something to do with the plastic, but... and surprisingly enough, if I just set this up... the arms are actually at their best in articulation. Like, you've got like a swivel with these, and you can have a 360 movement like this. And the same goes with the other arm too. It did take me a while to like really nail it down, but... And the head, as long as it's not blocked by the hair, has some movement, albeit not much, and probably the least out of the characters. Like, Scarecrow had a lot more, Joker had a lot more, and Batman had a lot more. Like, something's clearly up with the plastic here. Also, the paint is a little off on the head. Like, there's a bit of red on the ear and face. It could be blood, but I really don't think that was intentional. And the legs, like, I'm glad that they didn't have it on a sitting position like Scarecrow. I mean, Scarecrow, I get it because that's how he kind of was in most of the game, but still. Thankfully, they didn't do that with Ivy, but I would like if they gave us some sort of knee articulation. But bending them is quite stiff, I've noticed. Like where, like... Because when I was trying to bend these legs, I actually got a little crack there. Right there. That is not good design by the figures, I must admit. So, yeah, there you have it. This is a pretty decent figure. It's more style over substance, admittedly, but... God, this camera stand is just awful. It's still a figure that I would highly recommend, especially as she plays a pivotal role in the game. Like, she could arguably be the main villain in the second half of the game. Like, obviously Joker's the main villain, but after that, probably Poison Ivy. Like, she's the penultimate villain you fight. And, like, she's a huge threat and all. She fits well with all the other villains, with the Joker, Scarecrow. Hold on. The part that I broke from the video just came off again. And overall, I give this figure a 7.5 out of 10. Also, in terms of scoring in these videos, don't expect a whole lot more, like, point this, point that. I mean, for toy reviews, I still might do that, but... I also don't remember what I ranked these other figures, so... I imagine it's close together from memory, but... So, that concludes the video, and I hope I see you all soon. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, all that. Bye.